Alright, part 2 of D6. So this is when we actually have to deal with these amoebas. You can usually avoid having the amoebas actually come out if you shoot their little birthing pods. The only problem is that Miller is kind of like, he doesn't really try to aim for the pods, he just starts moving forward. So if you don't very quickly shoot these pods, you're gonna have a fuck ton of amoebas attacking you, since he doesn't give a shit, and I'm pretty sure he can die. I don't believe he's invincible against these things. I believe that he can actually die. I never had it happen in the original game, but I believe it could happen in that version of the game too. The one good thing is that you know where these pods are, because they, once you get a certain distance to them, they kind of light up with this like kind of orange light, so you usually have a good idea of where you need to shoot. And so yeah, those amoebas can be pretty annoying. And I found a random journal that I somehow didn't find the first time I played through the game. So, and I didn't mention it, but at the very start of this level, when you're on the train, there actually is a journal like right on one of the benches that I practically looked at it, but for some reason I just didn't pay attention to it. So when, after I finished this guy and I was going back getting all the achievements in this game, and I was getting all the collectibles, and I was using a guide to see this, and when I got to this level and I saw him pick up the journal, I was like, son of a bitch, like, how did I not see that? And then when I went back to this video to watch it, I saw that for like 2 seconds I looked right in the direction of where it was, and I just completely ignored, like, just didn't even notice it. So it was one of those moments where it was like, damn, I was really blind when it came to that journal. So I should also mention that at this point, for the Redux retail bundle disc, I have every achievement in the games except for the arena, I think is what that DLC pack is, where you, it's like 5 waves in the, like, the virtual simulator combat thing or whatever. I just haven't had the time to sit down and actually deal with that. I never did in the original DLC of Last Light, but from what I heard from everyone is that, and what I've seen from videos, is that it's balls hard. Even on normal, it's not be balls hard. And I, even before I got sick, I just didn't have the time or patience to be able to sit down for possibly 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how fucking annoying it gets. This little area sucks just because the pods are so close to you, and there's points where you can't see where they are because they're like right above your head, but kind of like in a corner. So you're gonna get attacked by a fuck ton of them here, and yeah, it's not a good area to be in. And then Miller is just like walking super fucking slow, just walking like a 90-year-old fucking grandma or something. And for some reason the game isn't letting me get up the fucking ladder. I'm not sure what was going on there. But so coming into this area, this is the area that I wasn't sure if they were actually gonna still keep. It's when you have this giant sludge, or I don't even know what the fuck this thing is. This Akira mound of flesh or something that is covering the reactor cores. So you need to get up into this crane device that you need to like manually extend the coolant rods or whatever the hell they are. I forget what it is. In the original game, this area sucked. In this version of the game, it sucks. I kind of was hoping that they weren't gonna have this in this game just because of how shitty it is in the original. The one thing I will say is that in this version of the game, it does a lot more damage to the pod that you're sitting in as you're trying to get these rods to extend to the point where when I first went through this on Spartan mode, I actually almost died because the pod I'm sitting, like the device that you're sitting in, it was nearly destroyed. Like all the glass was gone, and it came pretty close to me not making it through there. But I managed to survive it. And after this area, there's a point where you need to go to like these 4 panels and you need to activate a switch. And thankfully what they fixed from the original game is that for that area in the original game, you usually had to run back and forth to like one specific switch like 3 or 4 times because it was completely random the order that you had to activate them in. So it'd be like you would go to the first switch, then to the third switch, and then all of a sudden you'd have to go back to the first one, and then the fourth one, to the second one, to the third one, to the first. You know, it was so random, and you were just running all over the place, and it was annoying as hell. Thankfully, with this version, you only have to activate each switch once, because it kind of goes in that cinematic of you like turning the switch on it. So there's only 4, and you just have to do it 4 times. So thankfully they didn't make that annoying as it was here or in the original game. But outside of this and that, really the rest of this is no real issue. So I'll let the rest of this play out, and I'll see you in Chapter 7 for the end of the game.
Будь оно неладно, лифты мы прощелкали. Слава советам, раньше всего строили с запасом. Тут есть еще один. Пошли сюда. Вернемся позже и закончим это дело. Сначала давай разберемся с твоими черными.
Все под контролем, пока вроде все пашет. Возвращайтесь в точку старта. Ульман ждет вас там с подарочком.
Ты только оглядись, Артем. Это же наше наследие и наше будущее. Невозможно представить себе, какую власть дает своему хозяину это место. Какую силищу. Мы сможем огнем и мечом отвоевать свое место под солнцем. Снова стать повелителями земли. Мы перестанем жить и дохнуть в подземельях, как крысы. Будем строить дома до небес. А в метро спускаться только, чтобы домчаться от одного конца города до другого. Слово «человек» будет снова звучать гордо.
Скажите, товарищ полковник, а кто сильнее, вы или Супермен?
гори в аду со своими шуточками. Видел бы ты создание, которое живет там, внизу. Ну ладно. План действий таков. Мы с Артемом выдвигаемся в Останкино. Попытаемся забраться на башню. Дадим вам координаты и будем корректировать огонь. Ты останешься здесь, прикроешь Володю. И попробуй достучаться до наших, чтобы прислали подкрепление к башне.
Ну, храни вас... Ну, в кого вы там верите.
Полагаюсь я только на себя и на вас. Всем остальным плевать и на нас, и на то, что мы тут человечество опять спасаем.